Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I wanted to tell you all a story about me in my English class that I was in. In I was in there both ninth and 10th grade. I had like various first of all, I really didn't like the teacher, so that was part of the reason this happened, but I just didn't. I don't know. Like, sometimes I was tired in that class, and like, I'm not saying English is boring, but like, it was boring sometimes for me, like, just because of the teacher and stuff like that. So every once in a while I would fall asleep. And I remember the first time I had this teacher. I was in I think it was 7th grade, and I had her in this like PSSA prep class. It's like a standard testing thing. And had her in this class, and she was like, I remember us reading some book, and it was like really boring to me, and I fell asleep in there. And like, I remember waking up from my sleep, and it was my turn to read, and like I was like, what page were we on? And like, that's when the teacher's like, I know you weren't reading. Like, she didn't say that, but you just know she knew that. And so yeah, I was sleeping. I asked what page we were on, and like, there was like a big drool puddle on my book, and yeah, so that happened. And so it was kind of funny, like, to other kids, because they knew I was sleeping. But then like, I actually ended up failing that class, but it didn't really matter. So I ended up failing it because I mean, first of all, there was like 2 assignments. So what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do if I didn't? First of all, I didn't listen to the book at all. So what am I supposed to do when I don't understand what the book is even talking about, and then you give me a test on it? I'm not gonna know. So yeah, I failed that. And that was probably one of the first times I fell asleep in a class. And then like, I had her 2 years in a row after that, and it just sucked. Like, it was like I was like, seriously, like, I have to have this teacher again. Like, I thought like I was done having her. Well, like, after that PSSA prep, I had like 2 years before I had her again. And then I had her again, and like, it was just it was so dry, and like, she would tell jokes, and it was like, you really think it's funny? Like, she would try to tell jokes, and like, nobody, like, some people would laugh, but you knew it was like just a fake laughter. And like, I don't know, it was more funny seeing the people laugh, like, they really shouldn't have been laughing at her jokes. Like, it was just funny because she thought it was funny, and the kids were laughing because she thought it was funny more than anything. So yeah, that happened. And but that's not really the point of my story. I wanted to talk about the time that I fell asleep during a movie. We were watching some movie about like this guy that played piano, and like, during like one of the world wars, and it was like towards the end of the year, so the movie didn't matter at all. But I was really tired that day, and I came in, and I sat down at my desk, and I started dozing off. We were watching a movie. We were pretty far into it, so like, there was like, the war had started and stuff, and there was like bombings. There was like bombs going off, and it was like, really, like, the bombs weren't that loud, but for some reason I didn't wake up on the first set of bombs. And like, I was wrapped around my desk for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but I was like really wrapped around my desk. And it turned out that that was not the greatest idea to be sleeping like that, because one of the bombs went off in the movie, and I was fine. Like, I was still out. And she came, like, she was walking around like the room like normal, making sure people aren't sleeping. Well, of course I'm out, but that didn't really matter, because she didn't see me being out somehow. Like, my head's down on my desk and stuff, but she can't tell that I'm out. I don't understand that, but she can't tell I'm out. So the first bomb went off, and I was like oblivious to that. And then the next bomb went off, and like, that's when shit hit the fan. Like, I legit made the loudest noise possible in that room at the time. Like, it was totally silent, and I made it not totally silent. And she was like, what was that? Well, like literally, I came, like the desk was attached to me, because had my legs and feet wrapped around it, and when that bomb went off, I like lifted the whole entire desk off the floor because it like scared me or something, or like I was like dreaming or something like that, and uh, I lifted that entire desk off the floor, and she was like, "What was that?" And like everybody was looking at me. I was like, "Well, that was 4D effects or whatever," and everybody laughed, and yeah, that was that. Um, yeah, that's just one of the few occasions that I slept in that class, and it was an easy class. It was just so dry. Like it was one of the most boring classes I had throughout my day. Like after her class, everything just went smoothly, but until then, it was just really boring. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like, and also, I just beat this guy, but that doesn't really mean anything. What is he? Oh, he's a statue junction. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that little story. Don't forget to drop a like. And as always, it's been your boy isticap, and stay classy.